Son is the greatest Asian player of all time. Defensively, he's not it. Dele Alli disrespected Arsenal at their crib. Tier 1. Tier 1. Pochettino is tier 1. He's arguably, right now, based upon results with players at his disposal and coaching, arguably the best coach in the world right now. Pep Guardiola has a world-class squad, and Pep Guardiola has spent crazy amounts of money. Valverde has Messi. Allegri has a fully talented team. Bentancur, Dybala, Cristiano, Mandzukic, and so forth. Pochettino, yeah, you can say Harry Kane is potentially world class, potentially Eriksen is potentially world class, Alvaro de Vertonghen, but he has cultivated this squad. He has not spent the kind of cake other guys have spent. And what he's getting out of this squad, remember, I need to remind people, he didn't buy anyone new. Levy is obsessed with that new stadium. He did not buy any new players, and he is still operating like this with his team. It's crazy. This is coaching. This is coaching at an elite tier 1 level. It's coaching at an elite tier 1 level. It's big time. Guys, we're going to talk. It's going to be long, because that's how we do this post-match analysis, because there are a lot of things I have to say. So if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, press pause, get a meal, get a drink, and press play. Remember, K is to press pause, apparently. YouTube, well done. I had a feeling that Tottenham would take this. I did have a feeling because I just felt that there's something I'm seeing in Tottenham. It's as if something is clicking in this team. It's as if there's an understand and chemistry that's really clicking within this team, and they're really forming two together. And with regards to Arsenal, this is where Emery now is playing. Okay, boom. Because remember, Emery has, I think so far, has perhaps overachieved. I think he has done better than a lot of people thought that he would do already with Arsenal. Like with that crazy unbeaten run and crazy winning run, he has done a lot better than most people would see to. But people are now seeing what Emery's weaknesses are. People are now saying, oh, that's how you bottled a 4-0 lead. Okay. Oh, that's why you don't do that well within the league, in La Liga for Sevilla. Oh, that's how you lost a league to flipping Monaco when you had no business losing it to flipping Monaco. Because he's an attacking genius. He coaches the heck out of off-the-ball movements, pass movements, positioning of players in an offensive setting. Defensively, he's not it. You know, defensively, you can just tell that that is not where his strengths lie. That is not where his focus lies. And the 2 goals that Arsenal conceded came from really bad defending. Great play from Tottenham, but it was really, really bad defending. So we'll get to Arsenal and just talk about things that may need to change. But has Son now proven himself? I respect Nakata. I respect Park Ji-sung. I respect Kagawa. I respect all these dudes. You know? I respect all these dudes. You know, I respect, Turkey. Are Turkey Asian or Europe? No, I think I'm Turkey or European, aren't they? Because I was talking about, Suka and all those guys there. I respect all the top Asian players that we've had from before. Nakata was a trailblazer. People may hate this about me, but I think this is who I am. I talk in absolutes. I don't talk in maybes. I don't give opinions. I don't be like, well, perhaps, maybe no. I'm sorry. Take me as I am. I talk in absolutes, and that's just who Half is. Son is the greatest Asian player of all time. There's no discussion. There's nothing to talk about. He just is. He simply is the greatest Asian player of all time. You know, he is just too good. He is just too quality. And when you look at that finish under pressure like that, he's now getting to a point where you see Son in a one-on-one position and it can be at any angle. it's most likely going to end up in the back of the net. Because it was a great ball, great run by him. Because remember, you could talk about how defensively Arsenal were a bit slow to look at him, but give credit to the attacker as well. Timing the run as well. The timing of the run and being clutch in that position. Got to still be clutch in that position. And it was a quality finish. So, I'm sorry. Please tell me, are you really going to look at me with a straight face and tell me that Nakata, Park Ji-sung, Kagawa, or any other Asian player is better than Son? Because remember, he ain't done it. He ain't done yet. He still has 2, 3, 4 good years left. And this guy is still... I still feel like this guy has more and more of an upside. This guy has more and more of an upside. So this guy should never be sniffing the bench. He should never be sniffing the bench. And I just want to talk about... I think that there's a whole thing about Sissoko. I'm building up. And I'm going to get to Arsenal as well. Sissoko is a brick. We need to start there. He's a brick. You know that you can be a useful brick. That's why, like, as of right now, I would put him as a Class C brick. He's a Class C brick. So, and when you're a Class C brick, you're still essentially a brick, but you can still be useful. Because I just think that technically he's not a good player. Technically, he's lacking, but he is being effective. All I ask of Sissoko is remain in midfield, do midfield work. Do not come anywhere near the final third. Because this guy can be from half a yard away. That ball is landing in Neptune's airport. That ball landing. So, but I don't want to focus so much on him because he is, you know what? I hold my hands up. Solid midfield play. Solid midfield play. His decision making is good. Very good decision making. Knows when to pass, the kind of pass to make. Knows how to hustle in midfield and just gives. And that's what you always need in every team: midfield solidarity, a midfield core, and he has a very good midfield core, and he keeps the midfield very stable. Because if your midfield is stable, it's a great foundation for how your team works and synergizes together. Let me talk about Harry Kane here. Harry Kane. He's world class. He's world class. And that move he made, I'm going to talk about Dele. Remember, Dele is Nigerian, okay? I don't care what Ali. Dele is Nigerian. But the control and our pass to Dele quality. And even from Harry Kane, I think I'm seeing more and more of him that, no, this guy is definitely more than a goal scorer. And he is a really good player. Really good footballer, and I think he's showing more and more of his all-round game with the kind of assists he's giving and just how he's bringing other guys into the game, and he can score as well. But I'm sorry, I'm just not putting him on the same level as Lewandowski and the Carabao Suarez. I'm just not. And I think between him and Aguero, I'm still picking Aguero over him. But I think for Kane, remember, he can still get better. He can still close that gap. But I just think Lewandowski and the Carabao Suarez are in a different... They're on a different level. Okay, because for me, those are the elites of the elites with regards to striker. And you can perhaps put Aguero in there. But for me, all round, Lewandowski is still that dude. The Polish league is still that dude. But Kane is, with every game I'm seeing of Kane, he's closing the gap between himself and the kind of Suarez and Lewandowski. He's closing the gap. I want to talk about Dele Alli. I'll get to Arsenal. I'll get to Arsenal. Dele Alli disrespected Arsenal at their crib. That was disrespect. Sorry, no. That was disrespect. That's a niche. It's not a finish. That was a niche. That was a niche. You don't save that. Because when you look at first of all, the control that sets up very nicely for him, what he was able to do to make the ball go there. That's technique. That's technique. That's technique. To make the ball go there, side of the foot to make it go right into the corner. No, look, man. Because Dele Alli has always been a guy for me where, is he good? Is he overrated? Is he consistent and everything? But sometimes he will just do something that I'm like, wow. And something like that. That's just a piece of pure magic. Great ball from Harry Kane. Great ball from Harry Kane. Did a lot of hard work to put him in that position, but still, to be in that position and to finish like that. I mean, my lord. Tottenham were the better team. Tottenham outplayed Arsenal. I think Tottenham, they just, as a whole, you could just say that there's a gap in quality between them and Arsenal. And shout out for Harry Kane for actually coming off the bench and really making the difference like that. So with regards to Arsenal, where did it go wrong? Is everything now going to happen right now? I don't think, there's no time to panic. There is no time to panic yet. Now, I get that it's the League Cup. So I'm a cup, Emery a play. But I still feel like Azet and Aubameyang have to play together. And I just think for Aubameyang, this wasn't really his best game. And I don't think he got himself in good enough positions. But remember, Arsenal did have some pretty good opportunities in that first half. Ramsey had a really great opportunity in that first half. And I just think, it's just not really end up for them really executing it. But just then for Arsenal, the opportunities were there. The chances were there. They did find space there. I think for Maitland-Niles and a few of the younger guys in there, I think the house got exposed. I thought Guendouzi got exposed in the midfield. But you know what? It's very simple. I just think defensively, that's where it is. If Arsenal don't make those defensive mistakes, they perhaps go into okay, well, there was no extra time, they go into penalties, and then it's like a 50-50. Or maybe they have if it's a 0-0, they have the opportunity to maybe get a winning goal or something like that. But I think for Arsenal, and for Emery, you've got to work in the defense. You've got to work in the defense. For me, Koscielny has always been overrated. So I just think that for Koscielny being in there, I just think he got exposed. And you have to have positional discipline in your team. You have to have positional discipline in your team, because if you don't have positional discipline in your team, so you're not really popping off. You're just not really popping off, man. So all in all, man, for Arsenal, I think that they can have no arguments that they got beaten by the better team. I thought that Tottenham, you could just say that there was a greater quality and greater cohesion from defense, midfield, and attack within Tottenham as opposed to what Arsenal had. And I just think Tottenham defensively, when you just see how Tottenham were organized defensively, and how much more solid and how much more composed they were than for Arsenal, that's the difference there. And I say to people, man, it's a team, and Emery needs to understand that. Yes, attacking wise, I think Emery's going to do great, amazing things with this Arsenal team, and I think he's going to add more pieces to make Arsenal an even greater offensive threat. But you need to look at that defense. You need to be able to get, if you know other defenders, but you just need to train on whether you want to play the offside trap well, and just being far more organized and far more cognizant and aware of the runs that your opposition players are in. So for Tottenham, man, Pochettino, man, I don't know whether you can keep a hold of him, but Spurs, man, try, man, because this is a special coach, a really, really special coach, man. They don't come around too often, coaches because this guy's coaching the living heck out of this flipping team, bro. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month, and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.